Right, let's try the theme music. Hey everybody, welcome to IT Stuff, coming at you from the heart of the gigabit city of Bradford. That's what it says in the paper anyway.
Really? An entire gigabit?
Yeah, an entire gigabit.
I wonder where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get any of that.
Yeah, maybe it drains into the Bradford Beck or something. It's weird. Do you get gigabit?
No, I wish I did.
Yeah, me too. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, as you can see, with me today are my two crypto buddies.
You know, this is the radio, right? You shouldn't really be saying things like, as you can see.
It's YouTube as well. We are stars of the YouTubes.
Yeah, no, we've got like five watchers.
10
we've got 10 watchers on YouTube.
We're proper vloggers, you know, because we forgot to upload last month.
Is it vloggers? I thought it was vlog.
Yeah, well, you know, this is radio after all. I'm supposed to be old-fashioned and ignorant. Over there where I'm pointing, you can see Dick.
Hello.
That's better, thank you. And over there, where I'm holding my hand out, you can see Kriss.
Again, radio.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, well, that as well.
Don't explain stuff in hand signals on the radio. It's bad. It's bad for the listeners.
I can be ruder than that.
Yeah, they can see that on the YouTube now.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to edit that out.
Have to censor that.
Yeah.
Sod that. So I'm Satoshi, and so is my wife.
Jolly good.
Yeah, that's not much of a joke, is it?
No. It'd have been better if you'd read the script.
It looked better on paper. So, Dick, it's great to have you back with us.
Thank you.
You're now officially an IT lecturer.
An assistant IT lecturer, but an IT lecturer are the same.
Oh, so you lecture about assisting IT?
I assist the lecturer by teaching people how to use computers.
Right.
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Does the official lecturer listen to IT stuff?
Probably not.
Good. So in that case, I can be rude about you assisting somebody who knows less than you, probably.
Possibly.
Yeah, fine. We've all done that, haven't we? Wow. We're missing She today, unfortunately. So we look forward to catching up with you sometime, She. So I'm driving the desk. So if the levels go horribly, horribly wrong, it's all my fault. There you go. Anyway, on with the show. We'll be talking about the big Bitcoin story. Is this bloke that's turned up really Satoshi Nakamoto?
Must be. I mean, who else could it be?
Spoilers, right? Turn your volume down. No, he isn't. And also, if you're a Mexican voter, just how stuffed are you? Spoilers?
Christmas stuffed. Level.
Yeah, basically, yeah, well and truly Paxo and with extra added onion, yeah. So let's start with the wacky world of Bitcoin.
What's happening in Bitcoin?
Well, it was all over the BBC News, wasn't it? It's got to the mainstream media, yeah.
Oh, they know a lot about Bitcoin. You should listen to them. What are they saying?
Yeah, Rory double-barrelled. He had an exclusive.
Yeah?
Yeah, first thing in the morning. Monday morning, was it Monday? Yeah. Recent as that. He had an exclusive with him and The Economist and GQ magazine.
Oh, GQ, eh?
Yeah.
GQ known for their Bitcoin coverage.
Absolutely.
Is that because Playboy doesn't do news anymore?
Yeah, no, I think Playboy just basically it's JPEGs these days, isn't it?
No, they stopped.
No,
Do you remember?
Well... No.
They are a
Kriss,
literature publication now.
I'm 56. I can't even manage literature. Okay, well, anyway, back to Bitcoin. If I can drag you back to out of the gutter literature. Turns out this Aussie bloke popped up and reckoned that he proved he was the originator of Bitcoin.
How did he do that?
Well, by being even more unconvincing than he was the last time he popped up and failed to convince anybody with his fabricated, backdated documents and blog posts that have been doctored.
But isn't it like really easy to prove because you're like a Bitcoin millionaire if you invented it? Isn't that the deal?
Yeah, that's right. Which is why, unfortunately, the Bitcoin millionaires, well, billions really,
yeah,
they're just sat there, aren't they? I mean, somebody should, like fraudulently claim to own them. That will get them back into circulation.
Well, claiming to own them doesn't really work, does it? You got to know the magic number.
No, the word is collateral. You're missing a trick there, Kriss. Right, if you can convince somebody that this is all in trust somewhere offshore, and it was good enough for Rory Keckland double-barreled, then you maybe get a loan against it. What do I know? Wonga, they're desperate.
Yeah, the APR's a bit much on Wonga, though. I wouldn't go with them.
Yeah, you could afford it on Bitcoin, couldn't you? So, he could just move some of this stuff about, but no, apparently that's a bit, passé. Jejune. So, a couple of Bitcoin personalities turned up to endorse him. Not that they could possibly have any kind of vested interest in, like all this big blockchain and little blockchain stuff. And
I don't understand any of that. It's all just over my
You've
head.
lost me there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, really, I suppose it makes you more trustworthy, frankly. Anybody that does know about this stuff is generally some libertarian nut job.
Well, it's been one of those sort of buzzwords recently. Everything's going to be a blockchain, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah. What does it
Everything.
solve?
It solves the problem of not having a blockchain. That's what it solves. Lots of people that go around without blockchains, and they don't know they're missing one.
That's
you give
right.
them a blockchain, and then they've got a blockchain. You wear it around your neck. It's sort of a bit
sounds-
goldy
it
looking.
Sounds like a piece of 90s.
It's made of golden Lego. It goes around the neck. That's what a blockchain is,
You
right?
stuck that one under the radar, didn't you? Ah, boy. Goldy looking. Right, well, there you go. Gold. That's the other thing that they're into. Gold.
Oh, yeah. It's the gold standard.
Yeah. So anyway, it took the net about 3 hours to debunk all this. Turns out
3 hours?
So that's quite a long time for the net.
Dan Kaminsky had to wake up from his drunken stupor long enough to realise that he couldn't just fail to verify this signature just because he'd just woken up from his drunken stupor, but actually didn't verify. Because it was just a copy of something that was in like the second or the third or the seventh block of the blockchain. No, okay. The whole point is when Dan Kaminsky wakes up and posts the word facepalm, it's game over for the journalists. Right? But no, that's when they started the he says, she says stuff, and they had to have a balance then between the fact that they'd all been snowed versus the fact that the hard crypto and the hard maths says, no, this is a scam.
It's just the Hitler diaries all over again. That's what it is.
Really? Yeah, so poor Rory double-barreled had to spend the rest of the day hiding. Poor love.
They don't understand technology, that's the problem.
No.
You can feed them anything about technology.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he said, I don't know about technology. He really did, in his sort of like apologia. Never mind. This is what happens when you don't let us run the BBC.
No, it'd be worse.
To this end we dedicate ourselves. Oh well, there you go. So by the time the show goes out, it's quite possible Craig Wright might move some early bitcoins around in another attempt to convince us all. We can see this coming a mile off, right? He's going to move something that he was involved in round about, like block 20 or something. And he's going to say, "Ooh, that proves everything," and people are going to say, "No, it doesn't. What about block 2, matey?" But moving on. Great news for democracy in Mexico. They've got, am I reading this right? 93,424,710 voters.
That is correct.
Give or take 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, people getting to 18 or whatever. How do we know this? Because the whole 132 gigabytes of voter database has leaked. Names, addresses, dates of birth, the whole thing. Not good, is it?
That's a security problem. Yeah,
It's a
I
small
recognise that one.
snafu, that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those security problems. Yeah,
You see,
It wasn't a security problem, it's a complete lack of security.
yeah, a security problem. Yeah,
Feature.
you need one of those. What's it called? Security blankets, right? And then that helps you not lose data.
Yes. Yes, they totally forgot to put a password on the
Yeah.
database.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that detail. What?
Yeah. They didn't put a password on the database
It was
at all.
just lying there?
Yeah.
Lying there on Amazon, yeah.
Awesome.
Was it like a Mongo database or something,
Yeah.
wasn't it? I can't remember. But it was one of those web accessible databases with no password.
So when you stood there, like, reflecting on all our voting palaver this week, you just might, care to think about that. If somebody's telling you electronic voting's a good idea, just think of the 93,424,710 voters of Mexico and just how royally Christmas turkey stuffed they are.
Yep. Complete with crackers.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to be allowed to vote with your Twitter handle, and that sorts it, because all they'd know is your Twitter
right.
handler.
Or your Facebook
Right.
Or
login.
your Facebook login. No, that's no good. That's full of data.
Oh.
Twitter, no data at all.
Well, I don't know. It's got Dick's pathetic attempts at doing a Python twittering script from last night.
Yeah.
I thought you were having a serious, like. Have you been on the juice again?
Yes, I was on the rum.
Oh, what? That explains a lot, really. But no, it was just Dick's Twitter bot debugging itself. What's up next on the cock-up front, if I can say that? Was your BT internet mail went down a couple of weeks ago out there in BCB listener land? If you're, wondering why, well, that'll be because everybody's email got redirected to steveweb2@btinternet.com until his mailbox filled up. Didn't take long, like
Strange that.
5 minutes, yeah. Funnily enough, according to LinkedIn, there is or was a Steve Webb who says he's just taken over looking after the mail gateway for BT.
Another snafu.
Yeah. And in other news, there's a nuclear power station in Germany with viruses. Don't have nightmares. Shall I go for it?
Yeah, go on. Try and pronounce that.
Hang on. Sign myself up. Gundremmingen B has a dose of W32.Ramnit and Conficker. Remember Conficker?
Yeah.
Still going round.
There you go. I think I've worked out what went wrong there. They're running Windows, aren't they?
Yeah. Really old Windows, just like BCB. Yeah. Should mention BCB here. Rip-roaring BCB. We've got a new printer. I told you what it's called, didn't I? Go on.
Print him at print face.
Yeah.
And you have to type that in every time you want to use it, otherwise you can't find it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. Ha! Oh, well. And in publicity stunt news, Radiohead have deleted their entire online presence.
Not the music, though.
No, because that
They
makes
didn't
money,
delete the music.
doesn't it? Yeah.
They just deleted, like, their tweets.
Yeah, which they're worthless dross of their tweets. As a publicity stunt. Yeah, to plug their album. Meh. Whereas it turns out, Pavement, remember them, far, far cooler, not a grandad band like Radiohead. They've been on the Twitters discussing the horse racing courses of Yorkshire, of all
That doesn't
things.
sound like my granddad.
Well, no.
Oh, no, that does sound like my
Pavement.
granddad. What are you talking about?
What? You're confusing me now. Does your granddad know that the stiff uphill finish at Pontefract favours front runners drawn low?
Almost certainly, I would say.
He could be in Pavement then.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fine. Well, I'm indebted to Joseph Basement Scene Emmett for that tweet about Chris's granddad. So thank you very much indeed, Joseph. There you go. You're listening to IT Stuff on that there radio, what they used to have. Tuned into Bradford. So coming up, another report from Leeds Hack, and we'll be going on hold with the register. But first, here's your weather forecast here on BCB 106.6 FM. Central Bradford, Scorchio. Shipley, Scorchio. West Bowling, Scorchio. And Thackley, Microsoft recommends upgrading to Windows 10. Upgrade now or just start downloading?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because unless you've been living under a rock, you'll have heard that a TV weather forecast in the States on, it says here, KCCI 8 Iowa, had its weather map suddenly replaced by the Windows 10 upgrade screen live on air. Not good, is it? So Mrs. Weatherwoman Matinka Slater, basically that's like their Keeley, right? Yeah.
Right.
She said sarcastically, "What should I do?" So today's IT Stuff consumer tip, if you're listening, Keeley, and you flaming should, except you're out there in Leeds, aren't you? You can't get us anywhere. So anyway, Keeley, search for GWX control panel, right? That'll sort it. It's a thing for Windows. That Windows.
What does it do?
It blocks all this stuff, GWX. Tripe. You're giving a presentation, like you're not going to get it offering you Windows 10. Hurrah!
Maybe if you just upgraded to Windows 10, then that would fix it as well.
Yeah, to be fair, that is more worthwhile, to be fair. But maybe, like you'd find a different slot in your schedule than actually being on air live.
No, you should do it live on air during a weather
Yeah.
forecast. That's the best time to upgrade to Windows 10, isn't it?
What like we were going to do last year, and we never quite got it together, did we? It's as well, really. Nobody wants to hear that kind of swearing on air. There you go. So, right, and now it's just about time for Anniversary Corner. Happy birthday! I'm not sure I got the levels right on that, did I? Oh, well. Who's in Anniversary Corner this month? Well, it's the 100th birthday of Claude Shannon.
And who is that?
It's information theory. What do we know about him then?
Not a lot. No.
Have you tried Googling? That normally works.
Yeah, Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Go on. No, it's not turned on yet. It's the unlocked screen. Oh, never
He's some
mind.
bloke, right?
Oh, right, yeah. Let's look at
Something to do with information and technology and bandwidth and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, fine. No, never mind. I have to talk about something else. But hey, that drone that hit the aircraft.
It was a plastic bag.
It was a plastic bag blown up in the air. Plastic bag, oh.
Have you seen what happens to jet engines when they blow a blade out of the engine? Not a lot.
What?
They just kind of go bang, and that's it, and it falls out the back.
Right.
Google it. It's on YouTube.
Right. Well,
Boeing jet engine explosive detonation.
No, if I went on YouTube, I'd watch pictures of like people throwing frozen turkeys into jet engines. That's more
They
fun.
probably do that too.
Oh, there's lots of that on YouTube. Yeah.
Is there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. And
Show how safe they are, even if they hit a bird. You see.
Yeah.
Well, what else can we talk about? Oh, the chip.
The chip.
I got an email about that last night.
Yeah, tiny computer thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those tiny computer things.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for programme after programme after programme, and now it's really going to happen.
Well, it's always been happening, but now it's happening next month,
Yeah.
which is like within my lifetime. I don't know about you.
It was almost like Duke Nukem for a while.
Not after I've qualified myself for presenting not Top Gear on Amazon by being awful about Mexicans. I really apologise for that. It's just awful. Yes.
Yeah, they got the little Game Boy thing with the keyboard and the screen and the touching.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah, it's
The
a
little
portable one.
microscopic key. Ooh.
So it's like a little Game Boy thing.
Yeah.
And you plug your chip in the back, and then you can play games and stuff on a tiny screen. It's portable. It lasts for like 8 hours or something. It's better than a phone.
Oh, please tell me please tell me you've ordered one for next month.
No, I think we probably should though.
Oh.
Just for S&Gs.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh please. Ew. Fantastic, yeah, because we've got to have something for World of Stuff next month, and that would be truly awesome. Fantastic. Now it's just about time for one of our teeny tiny podcastlets from last year's Leeds Hack. This is where our roving reporter Brian traps people doing stuff, and this time he's entrapped Rob, Sam, Alex and Rob with a project called Movie Me.
Hi Rob, now you're doing the thing where you can chat while you're on YouTube.
That's right. So
It's not quite that though, is it? It's not actually on the YouTube website.
Yeah, so the idea is you can pick from a menu of videos from YouTube, and you can create like a group and invite friends into that group. You can all watch a video together and talk in real time. So it pulls in the YouTube video into our application, depending on the one you've chosen.
Right. How do you decide on what videos you're going to choose?
Well, we've gone on to Reddit. You've got a full list of all the full-length films that are available on Reddit.
Are these all sanctioned by?
I've no idea.
Oh, I see. Right.
I've no idea. I mean, I think some of them are, but I dare say it's Reddit. So there's going to be a few which aren't. But anyway, so those films are on YouTube, and the idea is you can choose whichever film you want, and you can get all your friends around without being around to watch it.
Right. So you can have a friend in Australia.
That's right.
Friend here.
Yeah.
And a friend in the States, and you can all chat together, and it's all written chat. But I mentioned to you earlier, didn't I, about WebRTC, and you said...
Yeah, if we get time, we'll stick that in. So I've done quite a bit of WebRTC stuff already, so...
And you should explain to the listeners what WebRTC is.
Real-time communication over the web browser.
Yeah, and it's voice.
Yeah, and video as well.
And video. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And,
you could actually see the people.
If you wanted to.
You can have a sort of hangout at the same time as you're watching the video.
Yeah, through there. So we've got Alex over here, who's the chap in the Reese's. He's doing all the layouts.
What were you doing, Rob?
Me? I've written the chat bit, so...
You're doing the chat?
Yeah, my bit's basically done now, so I can put my feet up. But these boys, like Rob over here, is young Rob, he's younger than me, is doing a back-end in PHP.
Yeah, and
Sam here.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing, buddy.
You're doing front-end stuff?
Yeah.
So you're doing that in what? Are you writing a text editor or what?
Yeah, I'm writing Sublime text for the moment.
Right, okay. What Sublime Text, is that an application in
Yes, it's an application.
In the Mac?
Yeah, you can get it for Windows or Mac. It's just my preferred one.
Okay, like I use Genie in Linux, yeah?
And I like to use Atom, and Rob likes to use, was it NetBeans or something? Yeah. NetBeans, yeah. And Alex, what do you use?
That's an IDE though, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, NetBeans is an IDE.
Yeah,
so, that's because he's a PHP developer, so he needs like much bigger tools to get the job done.
Alex, so you're doing what?
I'm doing a lot of the GUI design, so all the front end stuff, working alongside Sam.
Alex, what are you doing?
Working alongside Sam with the front end stuff, doing a lot of the graphical assets and layout of the actual app itself. So we're sort of in charge of how it looks, and two Robs are mainly in charge of all the back end development and stuff and how it functions in the back.
But this is something that operates within the browser, isn't it? So you say it's an app?
Yes.
Is it like an extension on Firefox or something like that?
It's not an extension, no. It's, you'd go onto a URL, like you go onto a website, and it would deploy. It's kind of like Twitch, but for YouTube. Twitch is a service where you can watch people play video games and comment. It's kind of a similar principle, but it's, YouTube instead. So you can go onto this service and look at YouTube videos, whether they're good or bad, and either have some fun.
Right. So as I understand it, how it works is that you've got some WebSockets, and these WebSockets are like a push system. It's not entirely like Ajax.
No, it's not like Ajax. It's very similar to Ajax, apart from it's running sockets instead of Ajax.
Right, okay. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Hi, Rob. Now, you're doing the back end.
Yes, I'm writing the back end in PHP, so this is working on the more traditional side, the more classic side of doing a web app. So it's handling your form submissions. If you want to make a new party to watch a film, you make your form, you put your name in, you invite people, it sends the invites out, it's that kind of thing. It stores all the comments, so as people are typing out, then all the comments are being stored on it. You're telling which movie you want to watch, storing all that kind of stuff, storing that into a database, pulling it back out of the database as you need to. So mine's all more classical side of it.
Now, the other Rob, he's doing the chat side of it, and that's got to be interfaced at the server end again. Is he doing like client-side chat, and then you're picking that up on the server?
Yeah, so my code is basically just going to be an API. So Rob's code you type it in, you press submit, and that will send information to the server, and the server will spread it out between everyone else, and you start watching the video and it tells everyone else that you've joined. It's still, my bit is the API.
So now you've just got to figure out how to do the WebSockets.
Yeah, I got to learn that because that's new to me today.
That's interesting. And how are you going to go about it?
I have no idea.
Oh, right.
I think I found a piece of code called... no, that was never going to happen. I'm not using Node.js. It's terrible. It's not a terrible idea. It's a really good idea, but I'm not going to do it. I've found another thing called Elephant.io, which I'm going to give a go. It's a bundle well, it's a piece of software that's been made to work with sockets, and they have an elephant bundle that works simply.
And that's it. Right, I see. So that'll be something you can just call it from PHP.
Yeah, I can just, at some point in one of these controllers, I presume a controller, I think that's how it works, just say, right, get the sockets thing, open it, and, bang some information down it.
Very interesting. Thanks very much.
No problem.
Well, that was great. Thanks once again. Many thanks to Brian and the interviews at Leeds Hack. I guess we've got time for a quick plug for Bradford Coder Dojo. The last one got cancelled. Sorry about that. But the next one is, I believe, Saturday, 21st of May.
I believe
got
so.
That in the diary, Kriss?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's officially calendarised. Thanks very much indeed. And I guess we're more or less getting towards the end of the show, everybody. On this occasion, for our closing music today, we've got something perhaps a little bit unusual. Would you say it's unusual, Kriss?
I wouldn't say it's that unusual. Unlistenable, maybe.
Unlistenable,
Yeah,
and I'd recommend you turn your volume down a little bit.
No, crank it up, folks. Crank it up. Yeah, we're actually here. We are on BCB 106.6 FM doing trigger warnings for the closing music of our show.
It's because they let us pick it. That's their problem, isn't it, really? It's all their fault.
Not after this month, they won't. No. If you read the register, and everybody should, except that they said at New Year, they said they were going to go like less funny, didn't they? And they got. Didn't you see that? And they got mauled in the comments.
No, I missed that.
No, I assumed it was a joke.
Oh, right. Oh, it might have been. Okay, fine. Anyway, you'll probably have seen their story about how to cope with unwanted sales calls at work, and yeah, everybody gets those. It's worse in a big office, isn't it? Because you get the receptionist who's stuck there, and they say to them, like, "Can I speak to so and so in sales, please?" And the receptionist,
"Can I speak to Dave in stationery, please?"
There you go. And everybody knows what it's, everybody knows it's a sales call. So what this tech firm, some nameless tech firm in the States, they were describing how they cope with this, what technical solution they've deployed. So they've set up a special extension on their phone system. You can do that with asterisk and so forth, can't you? Thank you. It's extension 666 as it happens, and they've oddly, they're actually an audio tech firm, so they've recorded some very special hold music. The full mix is 12 minutes.
And you'll be hearing that right after the show, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be putting it in for asking your kind indulgence on Patrick's show, because it's eligible at 12 minutes. And anyway, if is the deadly bit, right? If the caller that's on hold presses any button at all to try and escape, then the recording goes right back to the start.
Excellent.
So if any of you have already heard this, I am really, truly, genuinely sorry that you're going to hear it again, and you'll know what you're avoiding. But yes, I really, really am going to play this on the radio. So here is just a tiny bit of Sales Call Abyss by Soundcloud user 237714155. Take it away, please.